Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're back with another reveal breakdown video. This time we actually have the TP, so we're going to break down the set of TPs that Bandai has revealed. And we love TP season because not only is TP season or the TP reveals a great way to look at the current decks in this set and get a better feel for them, but it's also a way to reinvigorate the older sets of Masters, so sets or decks that haven't gotten the support that they needed. One or two TP cards could really put those decks over the hump. So hopefully we'll see a couple of that today. So right off the bat, we have this 5 drop Son Goku. So let's just get into it and yeah, let's see how it goes. So EX Evolved Limit 1, Red Skillless Son Goku Childhood card with an energy cost of 3. So this guy EX evolves over the skillless Son Goku that your Kid Cool Leader can play for free. So really good. And the EX Evolve is limit 1, but it's free, so you can just EX Evolve for free. Auto, when this card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, 25k power or less, and KO it. So it's 30k, it's got the same power as a skillless, but it serves as a very strong removal. Just using your leader effect to play a skillless, minus anything by 15, then KO anything with 25. You're basically getting rid of a 40k body or less for free. Because your leader plays the skillless Goku for free and you EX Evolve for free. So very strong. It also has a really cool activate battle once per turn. Use a red skillless battle card from your deck in a combo, then shuffle your deck. So not only does he generate Z energy on offense and defense, but he also thins your deck. And this card it's amazing. Um, Definitely would grade this card an A for sure. Fits seamlessly into the deck and is just overall a necessary TP if you're going to play this new Kid Ku deck, right? Son Goku Unexpected Meddling. So this is a green card, probably for the Trunks. Let's take a look. Blocker, counterattack, limit 1. Play this card. So you play it during your opponent's turn during the counterattack. Notice how it doesn't negate the attack. So you play it counterattack, but it doesn't negate the attack. By the way, you cannot counterattack and then block. Blocker has to see the attack first. So this blocker is probably for the swing coming after. But permanent, if your leader is a green Trunks future card, yep, and you have a green Z Unison in play, this could be a little tricky. You may activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. So a free counter attack, it's really good as long as you have that green Z Unison and your leader is a green Trunks future. Activate battle. Once per turn, use up to one mono red or mono green Saiyan card with 5,000 combo power from your drop in a combo with its skills negated for the turn. So basically, what he does is it plays himself for free. He's a blocker for the next attack, and then has an activate battle to just generate Z energy in combo with that mono red or mono green. And then obviously, if you're awakened on your leader, you'll draw one for comboing. And you can, I guess, you would combo with a mono red and then combo with this Goku, and that way for free you're able to generate a red and a green card. So I guess that makes sense. Don't know how viable it is. It is a really cool combo, but it does have to see play and then survive. And the blocker skill could not be relevant. 15k is into threatening of attacker. It is free, so yeah, it's pretty good. I would give this a solid C plus B minus for sure. Frieza Mental Fortitude. So 6 drop red Frieza blocker. The way you play this is actually this is a Frieza BR, so this is for Prison Frieza. So activate main limit 1 for 1 red energy. Discard actually no, so let's read how we play it first. Okay. Limit 1, if your leader is red, you have 3 or more energy. When you activate a mono red extra from your hand by paying the cost, play this card from your hand. This card can be KO'd for the turn. So, really cool. The way you play it is when you activate a red extra card by paying its energy cost, you just play this guy for free. So, it's a 10k power, 6 drop, it's blocker, and then he can't be KO'd. So, like, your opponent, I guess, still wouldn't be able to charismatic villain him. So, yeah, pretty cool. Activate main limit 1. Then you can tap a red energy, discard a mono red extra from your hand. This card gains 15k power and double strike. Wow, so now he's at 25k double strike for 1 energy. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 20k power. And on top of that, you minus something by 20k. And it's a blocker, so you can actually use this auto on defense or on offense as long as you have three or more energy, right? So really cool. I like this card. I don't know how Prison Frieza is going to do this meta. You know, Prison Frieza is a deck that relies heavily on extra cards. It does have explosive dance, which is great, and now it has access to this cheap one energy double striker. So really cool. Overall, I'm not sure how it's going to do. You can't evolve the other Golden Frieza over it because it needs to have energy cost of 7. So they made this a 6 cost, but overall, it's pretty cool. You know, definitely a solid card in the deck. Definitely a B, but I don't think you're really playing this in any other deck other than maybe this and maybe no, probably just in Prison Frieza. Oceanus Shenron, Elegant Evo, so really cool. Blocker, auto limit 1. For 1 yellow, when this card is sent from your drop to your warp by a Shadow Dragon card's skill, so that includes your leader skill as well, play this card from your warp. Then auto, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards or unisons, switch it to rest mode. Auto at the end of your turn, switch this card active mode. It is a blocker. So really cool. This card is really made for that Oceanus deck. What you can do is just during your opponent's turn, activate battle. You can warp 3 Shadow Dragons, gain 10k. So let's say, for example, you warp this off your Oceanus leader's effect. You can tap a yellow, play this, and it sort of acts like a Realm of the Gods or a Power of a Super Saiyan, resting a battle card in unison, right? And then it's a blocker, so it's really cool. You can also play it on offense, so you can tap an energy with your Oceanus Shenron leader and just play this, swing with it, and restand it. It can also be played in the other Shadow Dragons deck, so pretty cool. Then obviously, it's also serving as a purpose because it's a 4 drop. You can EX evolve the 8 drop Oceanus over it. So really cool. I don't know how necessary this card's going to be. There's so many Shadow Dragons to play, and there's already a 4 cost Oceanus that the Shadow Dragons play. It's the SR, the Searcher. So every deck is probably running minimum 3 to 4 of that card. So don't know how good this card is. 1 yellow energy is a lot, especially when you're paying a yellow energy for most other things. But really cool overall. I would definitely give this I would say a solid C plus rating for sure. Kusu Impatient Battle Watching, right? So we have a 6 drop blue and green multicolor card. Energy Exhaust, Deflect, Dual Attack. Deflect is nice, and Dual Attack is also good, 20k power. Activate main for 2 any energy. As long as your leader is a red Great Priest card, you have 4 more color types of your energy. Play this card from your hand. So for 2 energy, as long as your leader is a red Great Priest, so it's playable in the Great Priest deck. Auto limit 1. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, KO it. Then switch up to one of your leaders and up to one of your energy to active mode at the end of the turn. Interesting. Okay. Red Great Priest. So that's the thing about TPs is we're supporting a lot of older decks. So we supported Prison Frieza, and now we're supporting the Great Priest deck. Both those decks, God knows both of those decks need support. So yeah, but is this the support they need? Probably not, right? Kusu is a really cool card. Don't get me wrong. I think it's really neat, and the fact that it's a blue green gets you access into the arrival for anything else. But it's like really, you know, it's a 1 energy at the end of the turn. But it's like, I mean, Great Priest is one of those decks where it's like you could play something else, right? 4 more color types. And that has to be specific on what they mean by color types. So that's going to be interesting. Maybe you can play this as early as turn 2, depending on what you charge. So that would be nice. And in Great Priest, I guess it is important. It serves as a removal and then switches your leader to active mode as well. So I guess for a Great Priest deck, I would give like a solid B. I don't know anyone who plays that deck. Hey, shout out to you if you actually play Great Priest because that's a deck that is just straight under the radar. Straight under the radar. Belmod Manipulation. This is a cool card. Deflect critical dual attack already reads really strong offensively. Activate main for 3 yellow energy, which is a lot by the way, but 3 yellow energy. Place one of your battle cards in its owner's drop, and then you play this card from your hand. As an auto, if your leader is yellow, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, switch it to rest mode. Then choose up to one of your opponent's rest mode battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO it. So basically, it'll just KO anything ignoring barrier, right? Switching it to rest mode and KOing it. Or you can target two cards by just uh, resting one and then KOing the other one. Really cool card, though, if I'm being honest with you, I think this, by the way, it says opponent's cards. So that means you can also rest your opponent's energy as well. It doesn't have to be their battle card. You can just rest their energy. So for 3 energy, that's really, really, really cool. The activate means main means it's on offensive. Deflect means it can't be counterplayed. I don't think it would have been too busted if they changed this activate main to an activate battle. So I don't think that would have been too busted. Overall, the card is really cool. It's really neat. I don't know if it'll see much play because yellow has a way to tap energy already in the form of Goku Black, and it's cheaper. It costs 2 energy. It'll rest anything, but Goku Black is not as offensive as Belmont. Also requires a little bit of setup. Goku Black, you need 2 yellow cards in your combo or battle area. Belmont, you just place one of your battle cards in the drop. So I can see a universe where Belmont is played, maybe like as a one of, but it's a cool card. Definitely, a cool card, and with Bergamo being gone, this card definitely can see some play, but I don't know. 3 yellow is steep, but the fact that it's a 25k dual attack critical could also come in clutch as well. I think this is a solid B minus for sure. Super Saiyan Gotenks, Crazy God of Death. What a name. So we get some Gotenk support. Love blue, love Gotenks. Don't know how good the deck is going to be, but it's definitely one of those unique decks that I want to play. Union Fusion for 2 blue, so pretty costly. Draw 2 cards. Love seeing that right off the bat. So for 2 energy, it automatically replaces itself just by drawing 2 cards. Blue Sun Goten and Blue Trunks Youth, so it replaces the fusion pieces itself, and then your leader will draw one. So really cool. Permanent, your ghost tokens gain blocker. And then auto, when this card is removed from a battle area by an opponent's skill, or if this card is KO'd, add up to 1 blue skillless Saiyan card from your drop to your Z energy. So it generates Z energy for you. Really nice. Auto, at the end of your turn, choose all your ghost tokens, switch them to active mode. Okay. So this, I guess, relies a little bit more on the Kamikaze attack Z extra and the ghost tokens. All the tokens gain blocker, so that includes tokens you may have previously had. And then at the end of the turn, you restand all of them, so now they're blockers. I think this card does have a place in that deck. Two things I don't like is 2 energy is okay, your blue deck, but for 2 energy for 20k power, I don't like. I think 25k would have been nice. The second thing is tokens are great, but it's like at a in a meta with secret ID being a thing, like these tokens are not gonna last, right? So secret ID just warps all the tokens, and then you also have to be careful when you play this because dormant potential is still a card. So you'd have to bait the dormant potential first before you play this. So really cool right off the bat. I don't think it's going to be a game changer for it, but certainly if dormant potential gets banned, it could be a cool play to overwhelm your opponent with tokens. I can see decks like yellow, for example, struggling, or decks like red, for example, struggling with all that aggression. So pretty cool. All right, really nice. I like this. I think it's a C plus for sure. If Dormant gets banned, this guy definitely goes up in value. SS Gogeta Fusion Explosion. So originally, Bandai showed us this, and I saw it was a Gogeta, and I was like, "Oh, cool! They're giving Aegis Gogeta more support." But now that I'm reading it, it doesn't seem like it's for Aegis Gogeta. It feels like it's more for the other Gogeta. So Deflect Barrier, great defensive skills over here. Union Fusion for 2 blue and 1 any. Blue Sun Goku, Blue Vegeta. So for 3 energy. Auto, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's skillless battle cards, place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. Interesting. Auto, limit 1, place this card in its owner's drop. At the start of your opponent's main phase, play up to 1 blue Gogeta card with an energy cost of 5 and a union skill from your drop. So right off the bat, we know this is really made with the focus more on the other Gogeta deck. The one that they supported, I think the one that came out with like a blue Gogeta for. So I think it's a starter deck one, or maybe not. There's Knockout Strike Gogeta, and then there's the other one. I don't know what. All right, guys, we're back. I found the card. It's a Miracle Strike Gogeta. I don't know why I kept confusing Knockout Strike and Miracle Strike, but yeah, it's made for this leader because what this guy does is he chooses all your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, negates their skills, and then what happens is he'll choose the cards you skill whose skills are negated and bottom deck them. So really cool. I have no idea. I have no idea about this tech at all. You can only play battle cards by using Union Fusion for the remainder of the turn. So I guess the turn you do it, you can't even use his limit one to place him into the drop. That's why I guess he has the flex barrier, so he makes it to next turn. Pretty cool, I guess. Sure, we'll give it a B rating, probably B plus. Seems like it's viable for that deck. Don't know if it moves the needle, but pretty cool. Let's go on to the second set over here. So right off the bat, we have King Piccolo Invasion of Conquest. EX Evolve, so it's a free EX Evolve. If your leader is red KP card, the EX Evolves are a red KP with an energy cost of 3. So pretty neat. Auto once per turn. When you play a Demon Clan card, this card and your leader both gain 5k power for the turn. So that's on your turn and your opponent's turn. If you play a Demon Clan, it'll just boost itself and it'll beat your leader. Auto, when this card attacks, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards. They get minus 20k power for the turn. Really good. So this card is definitely a staple in that King Piccolo deck. A tier for sure, just in that King Piccolo deck. You play a 3-drop. There's a 2-cost 3-drop you play that plays another Demon Clan or Namekian. So you could play 2 King Piccolos and then EX Evolve over the other one, and then just serves as removal for 2 battle cards. Beans itself, beans your leader. It's it's sick. This card is a staple if you're going to play Red King Piccolo. Zangia, Inner Cruelty, cantrip. This is for the Green Bojack deck. So cantrip, auto when this card is played, draw one. Auto if your leader is a Green Bojack Brigade card. When this card is KO'd by one of your skills, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards unisons. Can't attack for the turn. This card has no real value offensively other than the first effect. The second effect is mainly more for defense, right? So you can use your leader's skill to KO one of your Bojack Brigade cards, gain 10k power for the battle. And if the card you KO'd, which if it managed to live that long, is this 1-drop Zangia, then you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards in unisons and just freeze it. Um, I don't know. I feel like this is like you can just include as a cantrip. So like it's like A tier right there. Why would you not just run a cantrip? I don't know how often you get the second effect off, but yeah, if your opponent doesn't play around it or read the card, definitely gonna prove useful. Vegito transformed into Candy. This card is hilarious. Love seeing Candy Vegito. Activate battle for 1 blue, limit 1. If your leader is a blue Majin Buu Z leader and you place 1 card from your combo area in its owner's drop, draw 1 card, play this card from your hand. 25k, 1 energy. Auto when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards energy cost of 5 or less. Place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. Card is absolutely insane for the Majin Buu deck because you do a lot of comboing with your opponent's cards to begin with. So by comboing with their cards and just placing it into the drop, you're able to also establish this 25k body that serves as a temporary removal. This card is good. The only caveat is, plus it draws one, so it places itself. The only caveat is you need to have a Majin Buu Z leader. So you have to remember if your Z leader, if your Majin Buu has lost its Z leader because they'll disappear at the end of your opponent's turn or at the end of the battle, then this card is pretty much just a 5k in your hand. So card is definitely good. I would say A minus for sure, but just have to be careful with how you sequence with this bad boy. So cool card. Vegito, another Vegito card. Hope for the Majin. The way you play it is activate main for 1 yellow. If you have Spirit Bomb in your battle area, play this card from your hand. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards, switch it to rest mode. So this card was made for the Yellow Sun Goku and the Yellow Vegeta deck, the Spirit Bomb deck. That deck it used to be really, really strong. The problem was when Ultimate Duo got hit. Once it got limited to 1, that deck did lose a little bit of its punch, its offensive gusto, because that Ultimate Duo card was just insane. It was a 4 of, because your leader is obviously a Goku and a Vegeta. So yeah, let's see if this card can replace it. So this card switches anything for 1 energy, then has an effect that when it attacks, it draws 1. Place this card from the battle area in its owner's drop at the end of the battle. Choose up to one yellow Son Goku card in your battle area or drop. Add it to your Z energy skills negator for the turn. Choose up to one. Oh my god, it does so much. Choose up to one yellow Vegeta card in your battle area or drop. Place it under Spirit Bomb. I mean, so for one energy, rest something. 25k body. On swing, it draws one. And then it generates a Z energy and generates a body underneath your Spirit Bomb. This card is absolutely insane. The only thing it's missing is just KOing something, which I would get why it doesn't do. The fact that he doesn't get to be on the board is a little bit neg, but for the value it provides, it's not bad, right? Definitely a B for sure. This Vegito is really sick. Don't know if Spirit Bomb Goku can make a comeback, but if it does, it'll definitely be running this card for sure. Robelu, Competent Secretary. Activate main, limit one for one black. If your leader is black, generic already, amazing. You have two more energy, easy to do. And you'll place one of your battle cards with the Overwhelm or Dark Overwhelm skill in its owner's drop. Yeah, every black deck is running them. Play this card from your warp. So place from the warp. Really cool. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, send it to its owner's warp. Your leader gets 5k power for the turn. Ah, this card is insane. 20k if this card would leave the battle area, remove from the game instead. A plus. Absolutely busted. Black already had crazy overwhelms and crazy free plays, and Rebelu just turned because that overwhelm would disappear. Rebelu just turns that overwhelm into another body that removes it and then beans your leader for the turn. It's activate main, so you beans it offensively, but it's still insane. I mean, this card is insane. It's really good. If you're running a leader that bursts, you don't even care because you play this from your warp. Yeah, A plus for sure. Son Gohan, Brains of Universe 7, Deflect, cool keyword skill. Auto, when this card is played, you draw two, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards, place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. Really strong already. As soon as it gets played, you draw two bottom deck one. Very strong. Activate main, the way you play it is limit one. Blue, if your leader is blue or a U7 card. This card gains 10,000 power for the turn. Switch up to 200 energy to active mode at the end of the turn. Okay, so there's no easy way to play. You just gotta tap 3 for it. So basically the play is to tap 3 for it, then tap another energy for it, and then you're able to untap 2, and it becomes a 30k swing that draws 2 and bottom decks 1. So 4 energy is a lot. Decks like Soul Striker don't really care because they'll untap 2, but other decks could be troublesome quite a bit. Like if your leader is a Universe 7 card, but it's like, would you really run this in red U7 Gohan? Like, would you really tap 4 for this? Tap 3 and then tap 1 for it, tap a blue? Probably not. So the fact that it's a really strong card, really strong effect is good, but it's made for a specific deck. This is made for the starter deck Gohan, the green starter deck, the one that can only run U7 battle cards. So that Gohan is able to play this guy for 1 energy. So you're able to play him for 1 energy, then you tap a blue and then use his effect and untap 2 at the end of the turn, right? Really cool in that deck, and then obviously he draws 2. The only other way to play him would probably be, Soul Striker. So I guess for that Gohan deck, this card is a staple. It's a must, probably an A. And even for Soul Striker, I would say A for sure. But anything else, probably not. Dr. Mew, research results. Limit 1. If your leader is a red General Rildo, okay. General Rildo, it's been a while. If your leader is a red General Rildo card, when this card is used in a combo, you tap 1 red, choose up to one of your red General Rildo battle cards, switch attack. Okay, so it's just a 1 energy restand. I guess an offense and defense. Interesting. If your leader is a red General Rildo card and you choose one of your Super Sigma cards, when this card is played, play up to 1 Hyper Metal Rildo combined power from your deck or drop on top of the chosen card, then shuffle your deck if you look through. Okay, there's a lot going on over here. Let's take a look at this stuff. I have no idea. By the way, if you guys know anything about, I guess General Rildo as a deck, then let me know. Comment down below what you think is the purpose of this card or how good this card is, because I really don't know. Did I spell Rildo wrong? What the hell? General Rildo. There are 2 L's. There we go. So what does he do? If you choose one of your Super Sigma cards. Wildo combined power. So this is the leader. So the leader on its unawakened side free plays a machine mutant. Yes, a machine mutant. Okay. Active evolve or unit absorb, draw one. Auto one's card text, play one. Okay, so awakened side plays it. I have to like literally read all this. Hyper Metal Rildo combined power. I think it mentions this, right? Yeah. So he can play it. When this card is played, you have to choose one of your Super Sigma cards. This card is played. Play this from your deck or drop on top of the Super Sigma. Okay, so this guy, you play this guy on top of a Super Sigma. Where is a Super Sigma? What is a Super Sigma? Questions for another time. There's no way I spell Super Sigma wrong. Yeah, I was gonna say like there's no freaking way, bro. Okay, this is the guy. So barrier blocker, activate battle, choose one as he Pizzu Ribbit, play a scarf from me, drop barrier, cards play, draw one, choose it, one back cost minus 10k. Okay, so oh my god, this is so confusing. So you play this guy, and when you do, you choose the Super Sigma and play the Hyper Metal Rildo combined power from your deck or drop on top of this guy. Is playing active mode? No, it has to be in this original position. What does this guy do? He's just a 25k blocker. He evolves, EX evolves for an energy. When this card is played, if your leader is a Dr. Mew card, what? If your leader is a red General Rildo card or Dr. Mew card, what is going on, Bandai? What are you doing? I am so confused. I was gonna say it is a general. It's a Dr. Mew. I was gonna say, what is going on? This makes no sense. Let's take a look. Auto, if your leader is a Dr. Mew card, when this card is played, you may draw one. If you don't activate a planet M2 from your deck, then shuffle your deck. Activate battle, place one card, choose an opponent's battle card, add it to your opponent's life. Whoa, add it to your opponent's life. All right, guys, I have no idea the purpose of this, and you clearly saw me rambling around trying to figure out. I have no idea how good this card is. I really don't know. Let me know in the comments. I have no idea. And last but not least, we have Shenron Final Wish. This card is sick. It's a GT card. It is yellow and it is black. So this card is actually made for the new Gogeta deck. So ignores energy exhaust. Pretty cool. Permanent, this card cannot attack. Activate main. The way you play it is if you have, let me one, if you have a total of 7 or more cards with GT in their character names, among all the cards in your energies, the energy battle area, and or drop, play the card from your hand. Okay, so just plays for free at 25k. If your leaders are yellow Gogeta GT card, so it has to be awakened. You choose one of your Son Goku GT cards. You choose the Son Goku GT card. You remove this card and that card from the game. So anime lore right here. Return all battle cards in you and your opponent's drops to their owner's deck. Both players shuffle their deck. So this card is actually really cool. It's a way to just recycle your whole drop area. And you're asking, why would I ever want to do that? And the answer is against Cooler Mill. So this card is an automatic side-in just for Cooler Mill. Cooler Mill is just one of those decks that you see in every meta nowadays. It's always there. It's always a threat. It's always going to be there, right? So this card just basically says, hey, I have 5 cards left in my deck. Cooler Mill is going to mill me out. Let me play the Shenron. Let me put the Goku and the Shenron. Let me remove them from game. Reshuffle my drop into my deck. Both players do. And that way you have to now work your way to mill me again. And by that time, I could be on 5 energy or whatever the case is. So this card is really cool. I think this card is a C tier, but if you're playing against Cooler Mill, this card is an instant side and staple. So really neat. Really cool. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about these TPs. A lot of older support, like I guess General Rildo and Prison Frieza, and we also have some U7 support over here. But also support in general for some really cool decks like Black, right? So very generic support like this Rebelu. And then, of course, we have new support like for this Blue Majin Blue. So I love TP season, man. It's just a mix of old and new and generic stuff. So it's always good. And obviously, if you have access to these TPs, you know, you can get access by going to your locals. If your local, I guess, participates in this program or whatever, their locals, whatever the case is, you should have TPs. But yeah, if you have access to these TPs, definitely it's always a good thing to pull the cards you need, and if not, trade him and get him. So yeah, these TPs are really good. Definitely a couple of these I would definitely recommend you pick up. Like this Rebelu, if you play Bat Black, you gotta pick up at least 3 to 4 copies of her, right? And then obviously, if you want to play certain decks, like if you want to play Majin Buu, you got to pick up this Vegeta. If you want to play like King Piccolo, you got to pick up this red King Piccolo. If you want to play Bojack, definitely want to pick up the Zangia, and then so on and so forth. So, and that really making TPs desirable again. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about all the TPs revealed. Please let me know what you guys think is a viable strategy for, I guess, this stock Mew, because I have no idea the purpose of this card. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And stay tuned for the next video.